Hello everyone, welcome to the new class of biology. In the previous class, we discussed about the topic kingdom fungi. We just started the topic kingdom fungi actually, and in this class, we will discuss the major classifications or the subclasses or the various classes groups which come under the kingdom fungi. Okay, mainly there are four type of classes which come under this category. One is the phycomycetes, second one is the ascomycetes, third one is the basidiomycetes, and fourth one is the deuteromycetes. So there are four classifications, and on the basis of what is the classification is done, actually the classification is done mainly on the basis of the structure of the mycelium, what mycelium structure is, and also how the spore formation takes place, how the spore formation takes place. On the basis of this, there are four types of classification which we had mentioned now: phycomycetes, ascomycetes, then comes basidiomycetes and deuteromycetes. Okay, I think it's pretty clear to you all what are the different classifications. Now we will just discuss about these classifications. First one, phycomycetes. So what are phycomycetes? Phycomycetes members are generally aquatic habitat members. Means they live in water, up area where it is full of water, like it could be pond, it could be streams. In such places they live mainly. Also they could be found in decaying wood in moist and damp places, means places where the area is having a moisture or watery content. Also, some of them could be found as obligate parasite on the plants. What is actually an obligate parasite, or what can be said as an obligate parasite? See, parasites are of different categories, different types. What an obligate parasite is, it is actually such type of parasite which completes the life cycle with the help of a living host. Means such type of organisms, such type of parasites, obligate parasites, such type of parasites, obligate parasites actually complete their life cycle with the help of a living host. If they are having a living host, they will complete their life cycle, unless otherwise they won't complete their life cycle. So phycomycetes come under such category of organism. They are obligate parasites. Okay, now next thing, I told you the classification of the organisms of kingdom fungi come under the basis of how their mycelium is. The mycelium of phycomycetes is aseptate and cenocytic. Cenocytic, we had mentioned, these are hair thread like structures which are having hyphae, and those hyphae will have a network structure which are known as cenocytes. I think we had mentioned in our previous class about the topic what is actually cenocytes. It was mentioned in the previous class. Yes, it's here. It's a network of hyphae, we had mentioned it. Network of hyphae which is known as mycelium, and this mycelium will have a continuous tube like structure. Means the hyphae will have continuous tube like structure, which is actually known by the name cenocytic hyphae. Okay, is actually known by the name cenocytic hyphae. That's all. So their mycelium is actually cenocytic, and as well as mycelium is cenocytic as well as aseptate. So what is the meaning of this term aseptate? We know this cenocytic means hyphae will be network or tube like structure. So what is aseptate mycelium? We will understand with a diagram. Just a minute. So this is actually a structure of septate hyphae and cenoseptic hyphae. It's nothing to understand, you just understand simply. Those type of fungi which have some ring like structure, which I am showing here, this ring like structure, this sorry this ring like structure, the ring like structure which you can see here, this ring like structure is actually known as septum, that you can see here, it is septum. So those organisms which have septum is known as septate hyphae or septate mycelium. Those which don't have will be known as aseptate. Aseptate, those which don't have. I have one more diagram for you. This is the diagram. This is the aseptate cenocytic mycelium. You can see very clearly there is no ring like structure, no ring no ring like structure is found here. And also you can see the mycelium over here. You can see the mycelium and it is multinucleated. See, there are this small dot like structures whichever you see, these are actually nucleus, so they have so many of nucleus found in them. Okay, so that's about the septate and aseptate mycelium. I made you understood with this diagram because in the coming categories of kingdom fungi, sorry, you will get to know about both aseptate as well as septate. Okay, so I just made you understand by this diagram. Okay, hope you understood. Now, further discussing, we can also say one thing that this uh, mycelium or the mycelium which we are discussing at over here, the mode of reproduction or the spore formation is also different, right? They are having an asexual type of reproduction with the help of zoospores which are movable, and also aplanospores which are not movable. So both either zoospores or aplanospores are present in them for asexual reproduction. They are also the parts of a certain type of phycomycetes member. And sometimes zygospores are formed. Sometimes the zygospores are formed with the formation of two gametes. When two gametes fuse together, a structure is formed which is known by the name zygospore. Okay, so now if we consider about the sexual reproduction, they have both type of reproductions. Actually, they have the asexual reproduction, also the sexual reproduction. They have both type of reproduction present in them. Now talking about the sexual reproduction mode, their morphology or the structure, sometimes the gamete will have same structure. If the gametes are having the same structure, it is known as isogamous. And if the gametes are having different structure, they are known as anisogamous or oogamous. It is known by both the name, anisogamous or oogamous. It is known by both the names. This is actually oogamous. Okay. Okay, so my examples of this phycomycetes you can see here. This is one of the examples, 2.5a. This diagram over here, it is not clearly visible, but it is an example of fungi category which is known as mucor. The bread, over bread, if you are cutting a slice of bread and keeping it under the microscope, you can see some small structures which are known as a rhizospus. It also comes under the phycomycetes category. And also some special type of or some certain type of uh, parasitic fungi which is known as albugo, which is actually found as a parasite in mustard. Okay, so that's about the phycomycetes. Okay, the notes of this class you will get as PDF in I mean the Google Drive link as in the comment box as it was given earlier. So access the notes, write the notes regularly, properly. Do not make it a burden for yourself, because the classes could be started within next month itself, probably. So if you delay your notes, then it will be a greater headache for you yourself, because you have so much other subjects also to deal with. Okay, so the next heading is ascomycetes. Ascomycetes are nothing but also known by the name sac fungi. Okay, sac fungi. They are both multicellular and unicellular. In multicellular, the category comes, one of them example is penicillium, and for unicellular, one of the category is yeast. They could be saprophytic. They could be saprophytic in the sense they depend upon dead decaying matter. They could be decomposers. They decompose the dead matter. They could be parasitic. They live on other organisms body for growth and development. Or they could be coprophilous. Coprophilous means those organisms that grow on the dung. Organisms that grow on the dung is actually known as coprophilous. Okay, so what about their mycelium? We said that mycelium is the main factor which divides the kingdom fungi into various subcategories. Their mycelium is actually septate. I told you septate. If they are having a septum ring like structure, that is septate. Their mycelium is septate. Also they have branched structure. Okay, talking further, they have both reproduction modes, asexual and sexual reproduction mode. In case of their asexual methodology, they have asexual spores which are known as conidia. They have asexual spores which is known as conidia, and this conidia is actually developed in in a small structure which is known by the name conidiophore. Okay, so they have an asexual spore. They have an asexual spore which is known by the name conidia, and this conidia is formed in the conidiophore. Okay, now that's about the asexual spore. Now what about their sexual spore? They have a sexual spore which is known as ascospore. They have a sexual spore which is known as ascospore, and it is found or it is formed in a small bag-like structure, sac-like structure, which is known as asci. Okay, it is formed in asci, and this asci is arranged in a small different structures, different type of body structures, which is known as ascoscarps. Okay, I hope you understood the things which have been mentioned here. They have asexual spores, conidia present in conidiospores. They have sexual spores, ascospores, found in asci. That's about what we are discussing here. Some of the examples of this include are Aspergillus, Neurospora, Claviceps. These are some of the examples. You can see the examples. Aspergillus, the second diagram over here. This is the example of the thing we had discussed now, ascomycetes. Okay, hope you understood. Also, they are very much suitable for used as edible delicacies. It means in the sense they can be used as food also. I'll show you one of the examples. They are used as morels and truffles. These are actually food items, morels and truffles. I'll show you just a minute. This is an example of morel, and there is also a structure truffle. It looks like a coal structure, coal like structure. You can find it in your Google accounts. I think I don't have that photos. No, I don't have that photo. Okay, so it is actually an example of morel. It is edible type structure. It can be eaten. It is edible. It can be eaten. It can be cooked. It is very much having good content actually. And another thing which I told you, truffle, it is very costly actually. It's a costly type of food, but it is also used as an edible food. Okay, the next thing that we have to discuss is actually about basidiomycetes. What is actually basidiomycetes? They are commonly formed in different structures like mushrooms, bracket fungi, puffballs. They are known by different names. They are grown in soil, logs. Logs means the pieces of big trees. The trees trunk, they will develop. They can be seen as parasites. They can be seen as parasites. So they are different structures. Their mycelium is actually branched and septate. The mycelium is actually branched and septate. Okay, they don't have different specific sex organ for reproduction process. Their asexual spore is absent. So in that case, asexual spore is absent, they do vegetative reproduction by the help of fragmentation. Fragmentation we had studied in our earlier chapter. Okay. So what happens if they don't have a sexual spore? They actually their vegetative cells or the somatic cells, they combine together, it form basidium, and this basidium develop into a basidiospore, and this basidiospore actually develops or a fruiting body which is known as the basidiocarp. You need to only think about this basidiospore. Basidiomites consider basidiospores for the reproduction process. Since they do not have a specific sexual organ, they use vegetative cell for the production of basidium, through which uh, basidium through which basidiospores gets developed the new organism. Okay, so main example of these comes are agaricus, which we see as mushroom, ostilago, smut, Puccinia, rust fungus. I think ostilago you might have seen, many of you, if you had seen corn flow, the corn of the maize, then you had seen the ostilago. This is actually the one we were saying. What we were saying, yes, this is the one we were saying. Ostilago. Okay, it is actually found in corn and also different type of plants also. Okay, so that's about basidiomycetes. The next one is deuteromycetes. Deuteromycetes are actually known as imperfect fungi. It's actually known as the imperfect fungi. It's known by the name imperfect fungi because they only have asexual spore. Okay, they only have a asexual vegetative phase, but later it was understood that they had this sexual phase also, and so their sexual phase was actually discovered and they were moved into ascomycetes and basidiomycetes group. Okay, so we know that the we had studied just now that the ascomycetes, they develop their they have their asexual spores which is known as conidia. Similarly, these deuteromycetes also have this asexual spore which we had mentioned, which is known as conidia. They are also septate, they also have septate and they are branched. So except phagomycetes that we had mentioned earlier, except this phycomycetes, sorry, except the phycomycetes, all the other parts, all the other classes which come under kingdom fungi are actually what we can say are actually septate, except this which is actually aseptate, which we had understood what is actually aseptate and septate. Okay, now, if we consider that deuteromycetes mostly, I mean, large member of them, most of them are actually saprophytes and parasites, but they are also good decomposers of litter. Litter means not the litter which we are considering here. Litter means actually the waste. They are good decomposers of waste. It is actually very much useful in the mineral recycling. Okay, some of the examples are Alternia, Calectotrichum, Trichoderma. These are the examples of deuteromycetes. Okay, so this is about the kingdom fungi. I think the chapter is very short and short here, so it will be completed in the next class. I hope you understood the concepts. Three main kingdoms we had mentioned, we had studied in this chapter: kingdom Monera. Just a minute. Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, and now in today's class we had completed Kingdom Fungi. So these three kingdoms we had studied in our this chapter. Further chapter, in the next chapter we will study about kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, and in the next class we will complete this topic. There are only few topics left. We will complete it in the next chapter. A small introduction about kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, and the chapter will be completed in the next class. I hope you enjoyed the class. If so, give it a like in the video. The notes of this video of this class will be mentioned or will be given as PDF through the Google Drive link. Access it, write the notes regularly, and if you have any further alterations to be done to the video or to the classes, you can mention it in the comment box also. If you haven't understand any concepts or topics, do not feel reluctant for mentioning it in the comment box. Okay, that's all about today's class. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Have a nice day.